Wow. Here in Japan, Kakeyama-san,
Welcome.
and we have some stories to tell from a customer. So for the audience watching right now, you don't often see me with paperwork, but we want to be sure to convey a message to you. And the customer actually speaks only Japanese, and my Japanese is terrible. But you'll get
No,
to see
I do not
from
think
him
so.
at the end of this conversation
Okay.
and learn a bit more from his point of view in Japanese, and we will utilize subtitles for that. So with that being said, Kakeyama-san, I'm reading off this list. I know it's important we convey the message that's very good.
Yeah.
They installed a multitasking machine here.
Yeah, that's
How
right.
many years ago did they do that?
So they started to put in a multitasking machine 7 years. Yeah, 7 years ago.
So we have 7 years of experience. Any
Yeah.
idea what made them want to introduce the Nakamura-Tome machine here?
So actually, in the beginning, when they purchased the multitasking machines, so I think they started to they get some order for the first pieces. That's pieces they need to lace, and then vertical machining center, and then horizontal machining center, and then finally they need another turning machine. Yeah. So that's a lot of operation. That's why they thought about that. So I think one machine. If we can do everything in one machine, it's gonna be perfect. So that's what started to discuss that. To start it now.
It makes complete sense to me, and I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to hearing from the customer at the end of this. As a part of trying something new for the first time, sometimes there can be conflicts, hardships with the implementation. Were there any conflicts when you were installing the machine here or any of the training?
So they are concerned about the cost because that's a huge money in the beginning. Okay, so they think about whether they could achieve their return for that and all the money they spend. That's what they are concerned at the beginning. And then they started they are thinking about not only for the Nakamura, a lot of companies, so for making tests. And then finally they achieve the cost and accuracy. That was the Nakamura-Tome. Yeah, that's what the machine was.
So can we head inside and take a look at the machine as we're starting to get rained on?
Yes, let's
go
go.
take a
It's
look.
time
Come
to
on.
go.
Yes. Kakeyama-san, we made it inside. I'm happy to be here talking Nakamura-Tome.
Right.
First question I have to ask you is about the efficiency and productivity. Has it increased? Because I know you also installed some automated cells for 24-hour production, right?
Right, exactly. So that is the NTMX. So this is the previous model of the MX 100. So they put that's a two-spindle machine also on the lower turret. That's a two-spindle machines. They put bar feeder on the left, then make full automations. Then loading by the bar, loading the bar from the bar feeder, then unloading to the parts, then finish the conveyor over here. Then completely automation. Then when it used to be they did not use the multitasking machines, so that's why they dramatically reduce the actually machining setup time and everything. Yeah, and then also they it's improved the production. Right.
Yeah, it makes sense. Even when we were standing outside, right, we talked about the ability to pay for the machine.
Yeah.
24 hours of production time will certainly help with that. Now, the next question that they want me to ask you is about the burden on the employees.
Yeah.
Now, being able to run a machine 24 hours a day without any operators, that's probably helped the employees as well, right?
A lot.
Yeah.
So actually in the beginning, so they use manual loading always. Then after finish the parts, of course parts cycle times if it's longer, it's okay. But parts cycle sometimes 3 minutes, 2 minutes. So every 3 minutes, 2 minutes, they have to open the door, make some loading, unloading. Yeah, that's a lot. That's tough. So actually, they cut a lot of the burden. Yeah, for the operators. That's true.
That makes a lot of sense as well. Now, a lot of questions that people ask regularly is after something is sold, what kind of service and support? There was a question, this is new. Am I going to know how to do it? Am I going to be able to take care of the machine?
Yeah.
Were you able to service and support any questions that they had along the way as well?
Sure. So they choose the multitasking machines. They used to be they have a different process they are using. Then each process they have some issues. That's what's tough thing. But after they choose the multitasking center, completely in a parts. It's completely in a parts is on the one machine. That's why it is easier to define the actual cause of the problem. Yeah, then they can make it faster to make an adjustment. That's one good thing.
Yeah, so I'm going over this paperwork of the questions that we want the customer to convey as well, right? And I think you pretty much answered it because the questions are about automation. Were they able to implement it? Was there an increase in productivity? Was the service and support there? Honestly, at the end of the day, I think it's time we talk to the customer himself and learn what he has to say about the machine as well. Right, Kakeyama-san?
Yes, let's go. I'm gonna hear that. Yeah.
はい、多工程にわたる工程を一つにまとめることができて、生産性も非常に、上がりましたし、品質の面でも安定して加工することができるようになりました。また、従業員の残業も大幅に削減することができて、売上も安定的に確保することができるようになりました。機械は少し高いのですが、高精度で高合成の複合加工機を作っているメーカーという印象があります。今後会社の業績を拡張させる上において、なくてはならないアイテムだと思います。